welcome you, dear viewers, via Noursat and TV, and we begin with the following headlines. Pope Francis undergoes medical tests and his overall condition is reassuring. His Majesty the King to Jordanians, I draw my energy and strength from you, and I will do my best for my country. Jerusalem churches issue an urgent call to stand against the forced displacement plans targeting the people of Gaza. From headlines to the details. Pope Francis' health condition, medical examinations and laboratory tests have revealed that His Holiness Pope Francis is experiencing a complex clinical condition. He has been admitted to the hospital and requires complete rest. The test results showed the presence of a multimicrobial infection in his respiratory system, for which he is currently receiving the necessary treatments. As a result, the Holy See Press Office announced that His Holiness will be unable to lead the weekly Angelus prayer. The Supreme Pontiff was admitted to one of Rome's hospitals for treatment for a persistent bronchial inflammation, leading to the cancellation of his scheduled meetings. The Vatican statement noted that His Holiness received the Holy Eucharist in the hospital and alternated between moments of rest, prayer, and reading. Jordanian churches participated in the grand ceremony organized by the Jordanian people to welcome His Majesty King Abdullah II and his Crown Prince, His Royal Highness Prince Hussein bin Abdullah II, upon their arrival at Marka Airport. They returned from an official visit to the United States, during which King Abdullah met with US President Donald Trump. During his meeting, His Majesty affirms Jordan's rejection of the plan to forcibly displace Palestinians from Gaza. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, the King addressed his people saying, I thank you, my loyal sons and daughters. I draw my energy and strength from you. Our position are firm and unwavering, and I will always do my best for my country. Jordanians, both Muslims and Christians, gathered in an unprecedented national event to express their unwavering loyalty and dedication to their wise leader. They stood as one, sending a strong message to the world that they stand firmly behind their king in every step taken for the prosperity and progress of their beloved homeland, Jordan. The patriarchs and heads of churches in Jerusalem have issued an urgent humanitarian appeal, expressing their categorical rejection of proposals for the forced mass displacement of Gaza's residents. They emphasize that Christian faith does not permit silence in the face of such violations, but instead compels believers to speak out loudly against injustice. In their statement, the church leaders stress the importance of supporting the firm stance adopted by His Majesty King Abdullah II, who has demonstrated a clear and unwavering position against any attempt to uproot the people of Gaza from their land. The patriarchs and church leaders praised King Abdullah's role in raising his voice in international forums and providing humanitarian aid to Gaza. The statement also called for an immediate release of all prisoners from both warring sides so they may return safely to their families. It concluded with a call for a just peace that preserves human dignity and ensures the people from Gaza can remain in their homeland without threat or displacement. His Grace Archbishop Hussam Naoum, the Anglican Archbishop in Jerusalem, presided over the Holy Communion service at the Anglican Church of the Redeemer in Acre, marking the 8th anniversary of its rededication. He was assisted by the parish priest, Reverend Imad Aibis, along with priests from Acre and several pastors, as well as a large gathering of parishioners from the city and Galilee. In his address, the Archbishop expressed his gratitude to Reverend Davis, affirming that the church will remain open for use by the people of Acre. Following the service, the Archbishop blessed the newly constructed building and extended his thanks to all who contributed to the completion of the project. The Council of Eastern Catholic Patriarchs, led by His Beatitude Patriarch Mar Bishara Butros Al-Ra'i, discussed a report presented by Father Eli Qanbar, the coordinator of the Joint Christian Education Committee. The report recommended that patriarchs adopt a unified educational curriculum across all Middle Eastern countries. During their meeting held at the Patriarchal See in Kirki, Lebanon, attendees also discussed recommendations from the Roman Synod regarding Eastern churches, the relationship between the Holy See and Catholic churches, and ways to strengthen and benefit from this connection. The meeting was attended by several patriarchs, bishops, and clergy, including Bishop Yadatwal, representing Cardinal Pier Battista Pizzapella, as well as the Secretary General of the Council, Khalil Al-Alwan. The Union of Religious Orders in Jordan organized its third gathering in honor of the Jubilee of Hope at the Church of the Baptism of Christ at the baptism site. The day began with morning prayers, an introduction to the new church at the site, and a reflection on the importance of prayer in fostering hope in our lives. Sister Sara Ghneim, president of the union, welcomed the attendees, including priests, monks, and sisters of the incarnate world, at the baptism site. A celebratory mass was then held, presided over by Father Rashid Mstrih, who focused in his homily on the day of consecration and the first love for Christ. During the mass, several nuns renewed their vows for the first time at the new church. Prayers and petitions were then offered for the peace and for priestly and religious vocations. Several officials from the Ecumenical Institute in Lebanon met with the leaders of the Roman Catholic Scouts, Summa. The meeting focused on ways to enhance mutual cooperation in organizing activities and events that promote dialogue and fraternity. Additionally, discussions were held on developing culture and scouting programs aimed at empowering young people and strengthening their role in society. The attendees emphasized the importance of ongoing coordination and joint efforts to activate future projects that serve common humanitarian and social goals. Estonian President Alar Karis visited the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem, where he was welcomed by the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, Hani Hayek. The minister accompanied the guest on a tour inside the church, providing him with a detailed explanation of its history. President Karis also visited the adjacent church of St. Catherine of the Latins. During the visit, Minister Hayek briefed the Estonian president on the situation in Bethlehem Governorate and the violations committed by the Israeli occupation, which have severely impacted tourism in the city. The premarital preparation course titled Love, a Grace and a Covenant concluded at the Melkite Greek Catholic Archdiocese in Summa, Amman. The program was organized in collaboration with Balsam Center and the Bible Society and featured lectures and workshops covering spiritual and humanitarian topics aimed at preparing engaged couples for holy matrimony. A distinguished group of priests and specialists led the sessions, and the course saw enthusiastic engagement from participants who expressed their appreciation for the valuable insights and the importance of such initiatives in fostering a deep Christian understanding of marriage. The Two Sealed on the Rock of the Lord premarital program was successfully completed at the St. Constantine and Helena Hall at the Annunciation Cathedral. The program was overseen by economist Irene Simdanat, head of the Marriage Office, who delivered a lecture on the sacrament of marriage and the significance of the engagement period. The event featured the participation of doctors, counselors, and trainers, with nearly 100 engaged couples in attendance. At the conclusion of the program, certificates and icons were distributed to participants. Additionally, a spiritual gathering was held at the Ascension Church Hall in Khalda, bringing together the families of the engaged couples for an open dialogue between parents and lecturers. The Episcopal Arab School in Irbid, in collaboration with Harvard University Graduate Studies Department, conducted a special workshop for teachers, subject coordinators, and administrators from both the public and private school sectors. This workshop aimed to enhance educational performance among educators by introducing the latest pedagogical practices applied in leading international schools. The one-day workshop saw the participation of 75 principals, teachers, and supervisors from various schools across Irbid Governorate. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast. Before we conclude, here's a recap of the highlights covered herein. Pope Francis undergoes medical tests and his overall condition is reassuring. His Majesty the King to Jordanians, I draw my energy and strength from you, and I will do my best for my country. Jerusalem churches issue an urgent call to stand against the forced displacement plans targeting the people of Gaza. For more information, please visit our website, noursatjo.org. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time, and we'll see you again soon.